What say you, Dr. J, Dr. John? And I apologize, I should have called you before I went to California, but it was kind of a last minute thing.
That's expected. That's okay. You know, I still love you sometimes, but today, yeah, that's okay. No problem. So, what's your question, Dr. H?
So what did you get out of what we did today? And why do you take these kind of classes?
You I think that's really a great question. I've been with you since 1997. I've You've worked with me for almost 30 years, and of course, I went through the Tony Robbins stuff and everything else. But with your program, you break down every concept and every strategy. Working with some of the greatest guys like Bandler and Grindler. When you mentioned about manifestation, matter of fact, I've been working on the same concept when I'm working with business clients right now. And I just needed some extra tools and strategies. So what I do is I go to the expert, and for me, you are the expert. You are the best of the best inside this field. So my biggest goal about it is we always mention in NLP that we need to model somebody who's excellent. Well, I don't want to model people who are excellent. I want to model people who's outstanding, and you're outstanding. So the reason why I'm taking this course is just to get better. Now I believe I'm damn good at what I do, right? But I guess added with you as being the background, as being my mentor, someone I can actually go back to and actually train with, I can be almost the best of the best. So the reason why I'm taking this course is just to work on my skill set so I can become the best. So thank you.
Thank you. How about Miss Selena?
Okay, Dr. Will, I haven't worked with you as long as Dr. John has, but since I learned NLP with you, I have taken other trainings before, and I didn't find it as motivational and as informative and as easy to understand as the way you present it. And since last year, taking the first class with you, I have attended a few, and I always find that your material, the way you present it, is easy for me to learn it, to integrate it, and I'm able to use it with my clients quickly and with myself. And so this particular one, I really love the structure that you created, how you have integrated NLP into the program during the week. And yeah, it might be a little bit of work, but I think it's not difficult to do. I think it's easy. The way that you created the timings, like in the morning, the evenings, is something that I can do. I can see that I can teach my clients to integrate as well. And so I appreciate the way that you present the material, but especially because, like Dr. John says, because you are an expert. You teach what you live, you walk your talk. So you say it not only from your heart, from your knowledge, and from your experience, but with evidence behind you because you live it, right? And so when you express it to us, I know it works because I see how it worked for you. So it is a great thing for me to have you as my teacher. And I thank you for presenting this today.
Thank you. Bruce!
So I guess I've known Dr. Will Horton since the 90s. Discovered him on a podcast, took a home study class, and just kept on going from there. I studied NLP strictly for business. Mirror matching was one of the greatest tools. You're in sales. You want to close a sale, you got to make sure that you're connected to them. So beyond that, taking classes is there are times that things don't work in your life and you kind of go, I know it all. What's not working? And actually, today's class, it was just one small thing of just going, okay, it's the habit. What are you going to break? And just break it down into small pieces. It may be an elephant, but at the same time, you eat an elephant one bite at a time. And that's kind of the tools you gave in terms along with the swish patterns, etc. So I'm always learning and I'm always grateful. Thank you, Dr. Will.
Thank you. and Miss Michelle.
Oh, but by the way, do you need my PayPal to send the cash for these testimonials?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
This is a paid testimonial. Miss Michelle.
Well, I always love every class that you offer for different reasons. Today, there are so many that are flooding my mind right now. I love the demos. I love when you say close your eyes because, oh, I know something magical is going to happen in my brain. And I love that. When you were teaching today, you were teaching us about the positive habits to bring in. Yes, of course. You reminded or taught us that what do you need to eliminate or remove? And in my brain, I thought, oh, it's like dirty water. You can't bring the good in with the dirty water because it's still dirty. So eliminate the dirty water. And if you have to do it slowly, fine. If you can do it all at once, great. But both are satisfactory, you told us, and that it's fine. I love that you also combine science research with the demonstrations because I believe that all of this is scientific and studyable, and there's plenty of data out there. I also believe that your personal knowledge, your personal history is the biggest, most important piece of the Horton experience.
Okay, thank you. Oh, and before David goes, John, I may be in LA October 4th, that weekend.
If you be in there October 4th, I will see you on October 4th.
Yeah, it
I
looks
got you,
good.
man.
Yeah, a horror movie. I manifested it.
That's good. And, and the way you look, this would probably be a perfect part for you. Good part.
Well, and I'm kind of excited because I heard that we're waiting on, the guy said, what's his name? Robert Eklund, the Freddie. He's going to be the lead in this movie. And I'm like, okay, that's nice. How does that affect me? He goes, well, your 3 scenes are with him. So it's
Wow.
always cool. Like the last one I did, it was with the guy from Independence Day. I didn't know that till I got there. I didn't know who I got to work with. So that I manifested that. So, and David, let me pin you. What do you think? You've been around a lot of these things.
Oh yeah, I enjoy watching you, Will. I'm the one that puts the likes on your videos as soon as they come in. I am watching all your shorts and all your videos on YouTube. And we met back in the 40s in Hollywood. You were an actor and playing in some of those classic movies. And I've just was amazed when we met up again in
This lifetime, yeah.
2016 timeframe. And I was just like, wow, this is amazing. I enjoy Will's classes. I enjoy his insights. And I always look forward to learning more and more. And I'm just amazed by the plethora of information that you have in your mind there, especially acting. I happen to watch some of your movies, and I was like, wow, it caught me by surprise, just talking with you and then seeing you acting in the movies. I was just blown away. And I especially like the part, I'm Vincent, this is my effing property. And it was like, oh, you wouldn't kill me, Uncle Vincent, would you? I just enjoyed those movies. And I was even showing Jessica the other day. I was like, look there's Dr. Horton. I was like, he's in this movie here. And she's like, what? She loves scary movies. We were just watching Scream just before we watched your movie. And I was like, man, this is amazing. So I really enjoy it. That's the kind of thing that just jumping into those different personas just on call is just amazing. And I bet it was a lot of fun doing that. A lot of fun getting out there and having fun. And in your sessions. I love the circle of excellence. I refer to it sometimes as the column of excellence or the sphere of excellence. So I always do like a red column or a red sphere or a red circle, and I just love that technique. I love all these techniques, the swish technique, the grid techniques. I just enjoy that, and the anchoring. Just love the anchoring. I do the same thing. I do it with the circles, the OK symbols, and especially with the metaphors, and definitely with the cell. I love the thoughts that our cells are only like 3 months for soft tissue and 6 months for bone, and we're a new person in 6 months. And why should we bring any of that baggage or any of that that mess from our previous selves into this now? And we should just focus on being present in the moment. And I love getting up. I love going. I have an elliptical machine, and I jump on that elliptical machine every day, 3.5 miles a day. I used to do the Buddy 5K and just small little 5Ks here in Knoxville. And I have a weight bench, and I used to go to the gym. I used to do the Gold's Gym, and now I have my own gym in my house. And last year after the convention, I got so busy with videos and editing, and I literally put on by March, like 30 pounds. And I was like, all right, time to get back to working out. So I've dropped those 30 pounds. I've been excited about it. And what I like to do is text and email myself goals. So sometimes at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll wake up and say, oh, I have some ideas for tomorrow, what I'd like to accomplish, and I will text myself. And when I get up in the morning, oh, I got a text, and it's from myself. And so it says, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And the positive affirmations or incantations, I love the every day and every way I am better and better, seeing and seeing myself at my best, looking and feeling at my best. So I take in all your techniques, all the things that you teach over the years, and along with other greats, and I combine them all into what I can possibly do in a single day. And I look forward to coming up and seeing you, Dr. Will, and also helping out in your post class. I'd love to get some good video clips that we can use. And I've been working with the Udemy courses with your neurology of addiction and the Rapid Solution Addiction Solution app. And I just every day I'm at least doing something that involves you, Will, even if you don't hear from me.
Okay, cool.
I find you a fascinating, amazing man.
Thank you. All right. Cool. I appreciate that. Let me tell you a closing story. Because I had another experience when I was in California. I always wondered, and some family members asked me, how did I decide to do this acting stuff, right? Because it wasn't in my world. In high school, my high school, in fact, I guess they had a great theater department, because I'm on the Facebook page for the graduating class. People go, yeah, but you never did any of these plays. And I said, I just thought it was weird when I was in high school. I was drinking beer, playing football. I didn't care about that. Even though part of me wanted to be an actor, it was like, eh. And so, but I couldn't figure out why I was driven to do it, right? So after I got out of the Army, I decided I wanted to be an actor. So I took an acting class. I got accepted into a good acting school. And again, I felt comfortable the first time I did it, which is weird. Usually people have stage fright. I had a little bit of stage fright, but it was comfortable. It was like, right? So I did all these plays over the years. Every once in a while, a little bit of film, not much. And then I'm like, I was doing a play, and the play was, I still remember the name, it was Sugar Babies, which is a burlesque musical, right? And I was the comic relief. So I'm standing backstage. I got a tux on. I got a cigar that wasn't lit, because this is the new world. But the stage was covered in fog, so it looked like smoke. So it was a smoky burlesque house from the 20s or 30s. And I'm standing there waiting to go on, and the showgirls were out on the stage, all young, beautiful. It was a professional theater, young, beautiful showgirls, right? Which, I'll be honest, was easy to watch from the, they had their skimpy outfits. And I'm standing there doing this, and I'm like, just standing there waiting. And I had this sudden realization that I'd been here before. This was why I was comfortable, right? And it got cut short for whatever reason, right? For whatever reason. But I'm like, that was kind of weird. Kind of like, and it's probably why when I got into training, doing the NLP trainings, hypnosis trainings, is from the day one. And Bandler didn't even, when he was teaching it, I'm like, because I remember walking up to him going, it's a show, right? You're putting on a play. And he's a musician. If you know Richard Bandler, he's a musician. He goes, yeah, it's like a concert. That's all you got to think about. The high notes, the low notes, how you're going to take people through the journey. And I'm like, okay, to me, then it's like a play. You take people up, so I'm like, cool. So it kind of ties into that. And then the reason I thought about that, again, when I was out in beautiful Burbank, right by Hollywood, North Hollywood, and where all the little studios are. I was walking in this little studio, and I'm standing there, and that feeling came back, right? That like, this is what got cut short from when I was doing burlesque. If you're into that, that's theater, right? And a lot of the burlesque stars they got into film. And so it's like, does that make sense to everybody? Suddenly I'm in the den of inequity where film was. A lot of theater people hate it, but it was like, whatever happened back then, it didn't give me that information. It was like, you started to do it, and then who knows, heart attack, stroke, car wreck, killed by a jealous lover, whatever it happened to be, that's probably it. So anyway, that's the story, because sometimes people get pulled into this field to be a coach, a hypnotist, practice NLP, because they've been there before. I would dare say most of you have been medicine men or shaman or medicine women in the past. Well, actually, in that world, you take the sex out of it. You were a healer in the past, or a tribal elder that passed the knowledge on. That's why so many people get comfortable doing this, right? It's also why we'll close with, like, some of us have to work through, but we're not in the tribe, and you're not the medicine man now. You need to turn this into a business. That's why some of the most successful business people in coaching, NLP, and hypnosis, I'll dare to say it, aren't that good at the hypnosis, the coaching, or the NLP. They're better at the business end of it. All right. Every once in a while, you get somebody like a Tony Robbins that's good at the skills and good at business. But as John would tell you, he had to learn the business, right? He was lucky to get the mentors to learn the business side. So I just thought I would end with that.